about that cough, everyone. Right. Sorry, something just got in my throat. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone? Hope everyone's okay. I've said everyone quite a few times now. So right, we'll go to the main scene. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 109th, I think. 109th, yes, and destroy the benches whilst I'm at it. Canned workouts, Freakout Friday. This is Boogie Core. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun hopefully today. Right, so I think I haven't set any kind of a talk for today, but I'm just going to quickly talk about the update to the swim, which I'm doing at the moment. I've had problems recently with having illness, so I haven't been able to do much swimming or conditioning training to actually. Let's go back a step, okay? I've actually started open water swimming in March, then I suddenly thought, well, let's get a goal, so I then put myself in for the Windermere 1 mile. After doing a lot of research, a lot of swims, I think I'm acclimatised a lot better to the cold, but I have found some really, really good, interesting things. My body temperature is actually on the lower scale. Basically, there's a range of body temperatures between about 36.2 to about 37.7, which basically people call as average. I'm at the lower end, which means that in water, I get colder faster. So I've got to be careful about that, especially with swimming in cold water. Now, what you call cold water, anything less than 24 degrees is classed as coldish water. Anything less than 15 is actually extreme cold water. And then you've got really dangerous cold water where it's actually less than 10 and then even more less than 5. I started in 3.2. So, as you can see, I'm a loon. Also, I tend to try and do it in just a costume. But last night, because I wasn't feeling too well, I did a swim with the Peddle Club. Please support them if you want to ever do open water swimming and actually start. They've got good classes there. I did it in a wetsuit, and unfortunately, wetsuits are very buoyant. So what happens with a wetsuit when it goes buoyant? Your bottom comes up, which is great if you're doing front crawl. I'm rubbish at front crawl. I basically drown myself if I do front crawl. Always have done, always will do. I'm a breaststroker or a dolphin. I like the dolphin quite a lot. But we do being a breaststroker and your bum going up, your back arcs quite a lot and your arms are always up and your shoulder blades are always back. So last night when I got home, I felt like someone had been kicking me in the chest. So why am I saying all this? Well, there's just over a month left until I do the mile. I did half a mile last night in the water, and my goodness, it's going to be hard. Let's just say it's going to be hard because swimming in open water is a lot harder than swimming in a pool, and swimming in a wetsuit is a lot harder than swimming in open water. So basically, that's where we are at the moment. I'm going to try and get more conditioning and get this challenge over and done with in just over a month. So that's the talk. Anyway, excellent, a lot of people coming in now. So that's that. So I'm just going to quickly pop it up. If people want to give to actually a good cause, please put it at the bottom. It will actually incentivize me to actually do more and more and more training and actually really knock it out the water, metaphorically speaking and physically, hopefully, and actually give me the incentive to actually do the mile, because basically it is going to be very, very hard, depending on the weather as well, because weather's all a factor. That's why I've been actually trying to swim in all weathers now. It's been quite fun actually swimming in the rain. It's brilliant. It's warmer inside than outside. Anyway. Right, so if you have donated, please consider sharing. I'm not going to say this at the end now anyway. Share it to your friends, to your families. Try and get more money in. It's a good cause. It's also going to put me through a heck of a lot of pain. And it is. Right, so today we're going to have a little bit of fun. Hopefully. Right, so what we'll do is we'll do some warm-up. First of all, dumbbells. Band, I'm going to use the round bands. I've got some tubular bands actually that I can show you. I don't know if I've got these out before. These are tubular bands. I'm going to just so it's got a little hook there for a handle. So it's like an octopus in there, so it's going to be really, really tight. And these are the handles. So these are really good. And you've got wrist straps and ankle straps and a door hook. So they're great actually. I'd love to actually be able to add a bit more difference in with doing higher things, elevators behind. Those are great for that, because then you can actually put them behind and then push out. It's fantastic. Anyway, I digress all the time, and let's get on with it then. Right, so let's start with marching on the spot. I'm destroying my shoes whilst I'm at it. Unfortunately, my last blue trainers, they died about 3 days ago, yes. Their soles went to heaven, literally the soles ripped off. Right, good. High knees. Excellent. Right, what we'll do is we'll go step, 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 and then reach over. Step, 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 reach over the other side. So we keep moving. We'll have that little twist as well whilst we go out. I did 3 then. Excellent. Just keep going. Brilliant. Right, let's march on the spot again. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the exercises, number 5. IYWTA, it's called. So we will be bent over, so it's march on the spot still. We'll be having dumbbells, and what we'll be doing, we'll be bending over, and we'll be doing then down, Y, W, T, and A. So let's do that again, just to get your arms warmed up and get used to it. I, Y, W, T, A. I, Y, W, T, A. I, Y, W, T, A. Brilliant, right. I think what we'll do is we'll just, because it's actually core, we'll just do a few rotations and then we'll start off. So basically, keep your hips nice and still on this one. Oh, sneeze coming. Let's hope it doesn't. Whilst I blast you out. Alright, let's go down and touch alternate toes. Excellent. Oh, amazing. It's only got a minute and then I'll start teaching you about the first exercise. So we'll just go marching on the spot. So how's everyone today? Strange British weather, as per usual. Doesn't know whether it's sunny or shiny. Sunny or shiny. Sunny or raining. All day today. Yes, please excuse the foggy brain at the moment. I didn't have much sleep last night. I woke up with a cramp. Cramps are normally due to dehydration, and when you swim you do get dehydrated because the external pressure pushes on your kidneys and you've got to expel it. So you can dehydrate quite quickly. So that's what happened last night, and then for some reason I just couldn't sleep because I was in fear of actually having another cramp, even though I'd drunk more water. Right, so let's go. So what we're going to do is a Schuhplattler Squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our hips back, feet shoulder width apart, down, and as we come up we're going to heel to hand, opposite hand, down, heel to opposite hand. If you find that your hips are hurting, just do hip to hand to knee, or elbow to knee to get a really good crunch in the actual abdomen area. Right, are you ready? Schuhplattler squats.
3,
2, 1, and go.
1.
backwards. I can even do it outwards like that. I'm just being silly now. You know me. I am silly. As you try and remember to get those hips back each time. Clench those glutes as you come up. Really work that hip.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent, right, Charleston Step. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand facing in one direction. You're going to need about 6 feet. So we go step forward, kick out, step back, lunge. Step forward, kick, step back, lunge. That's what we're going to do, and then we'll swap over.
2,
You ready?
1. Exercise.
And let's start again. So step forward, kick, step back, lunge. That's it, good. Going to change feet in 3, 2, 1, and change whichever one you step forward on. So, yeah, that's it. No, that's the same one. So I'm going to start now. Sometimes it's best to start in the actual lunge position, because then you know which foot you're actually going to be going backwards
3,
more.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Wow, that went fast. High knees. Just ordinary high knees. We're going to bring it up to about hip height or higher. If you can get higher, the better. If you want to put a little bit of a hop into it, you can do.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 3.
I put my hands out just to try and kick my knees to our hands, so I know exactly where they're going. Because you don't want to be kicking like that, because you'll be working one side more than the other. But you need to try and make sure that they're all level. Got a stone in my shoe now. Where did he come from? 10 seconds. 5,
3,
2, 1. Excellent. Right, just shake those legs off. What we're going to do is back pedal row. It's a new exercise I come up with. What we'll do is we're starting off with our arms forward, so knees shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, tummy tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll back, slight roll of the hips.
3, 2.
Let your knees go with you. You're going to be pulling back,
Exercise 4.
almost like you're trying to really pull a wrapping off a present. Sorry, you will need dumbbells as well. It's a little bit like Pulp Fiction dancing as well. Just make sure you don't smack yourself in the side of the head with the dumbbells as you go past. For people with bad shoulders, just pull back to hip height. Okay? If you find that you have problems.
3, 2, 1.
Brilliant, right. IYWTA. Right, so you remember what we did in the warm-up? We used dumbbells, so we're going to bend our knees, hips back, bend over. Try and keep as flat as possible. Look down slightly in front of you, so your back flattens out. We're going to go I,
3, 2,
Y,
1.
bend arms, W,
Exercise 5.
arm down to the side, and then back for the air. Let's try it. I, Y, W, T, A. It's not like YMCA, is it? Y, I, Y, W, T, A, I, Y, W, T, A. That's it. Keep saying it to yourself. Otherwise, if I say it, I'll distract you. But if I don't say it, I'll forget which one I'm doing. So I'll say it in my head.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent, I think that'll be fine. Good. Right, Frankenstein. No, this is Frankenstein's monster, not the actual scientist. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick up to the same arm.
3, 2.
If you can't do that high, just go up to the knees.
Exercise 6.
Okay, I'm actually, sorry, you go across the body. Sorry about that. Try not to bend in too much with your back. 20 seconds. Try and keep your shoulder, if you notice my shoulders aren't moving very much. I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight, I'm looking straight forward. Really work those hamstrings as well.
3,
2,
1.
1. Like my favourite hip hulas. Slightly wider than shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. You will actually dominate on one side. What we're going to do is go in one direction. You're going to go all the way back, all the way to the side, all the way to the front, all the way to the side, and round.
3.
Big stirring motion. Try and keep your shoulders nice and still.
Exercise 7.
The rest of you can follow wherever it wants. We'll do it for 40 seconds. Try and get a really big circle. You need to try and almost think you've got, sorry about this, pencil up your bottom. You need to be trying to draw as much, a bigger circle as you possibly can with it. 20 seconds left. I like to put my hands up a little bit. That stabilises my shoulder. Also, if you put your hands out, it works your shoulders at the same time and actually puts a little bit of extra stress on your obliques. Especially if you put your hands
3,
like that.
2.
Also, you look like
1.
a go-go dancer, but there you go. That's
Change
fine.
exercise.
Right, okay, we're going to change direction. So just going to open the door. So if I went that direction, now I'm going to go that direction. So it's almost like a,
3, 2, 1.
let's go,
Exercise 8.
big circles. So you notice I'm dominating on that leg there. All that thigh, and that hip is doing all the work for the lower part of the legs. But I'm trying to really feel that crunch in every part of it I do. So I'm trying to go forward, I'm trying to feel it in my abs, I'm trying to feel it in the sides as I go forward, I'm trying to feel it just in the back as I go backwards. That's it, good. Stir that broth.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, we're going to go and get the bands out now. The last two exercises. Banded oblique crunches. So what we're going to do is we're going to get hold of the band. If you've got a round one like this, it's alright, you can grab hold of the handles. Otherwise, thumbs facing downwards. Stand on both of them. The further apart your feet are, the harder it's going to be.
1.
And we're just going to go from
Exercise
one knee
9.
to the other knee. Trying to just move your spine. Try not to lean forward or backwards. And try not to lean with your head as well. A lot of people do that. I do it sometimes as well. So nice and slowly. So you're trying to resist the band on either side. You should really feel it running up your sides. Excellent.
3,
2, 1. Right, we're going to stay with the band underneath us, but I'm actually going to half it because it's very, very tough, this one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab hold of the band, pull it up to my chest, knees slightly bent. What we're going to do is now hinge our hips back, go down, and then
3,
push up again.
2,
Really clench our glutes at the top.
Exercise
Figure
10.
7, push back. So you're going to push your hips back. Try not to bend your knees too much. You're trying to bend at the waist. If it's not tight, grab hold of a bit more of the band. Put it up to your chest. I'm actually got it hooped over both feet. You don't have to. Again, if you get underneath both feet, the further apart your legs are, the harder it's going to be, but the more stable you're going to be as well. So the closer your feet are together, the harder it is.
2, 1. Water break.
Excellent, water break time. That's gone really quick. Oh, you may. Play the bongos. Right. Back to the Schuhplattler Squat in a minute. So yeah, as you can see, basically when I did the first one, you could even go backwards. You could even go out. I'll always be like hacky sacky as well. Do you ever used to play hacky sacky? Little balls, really soft balls, which used to go try and leap it over the place. I always ended up hitting myself in the head with them. No surprise there. Right, 22 seconds from now we're going to start with the Schuhplattler Squat. So hips back, stand up, and as you stand up, foot to hand, inner side of your foot to your hand, up. Okay. If you want to do the variations you can do, just be careful of your knees. Try not to actually knock them out.
Exercise 1.
I can't think of the word now actually. Anyway, let's go. So squat, Schuhplattler. Right. You can put your lederhosen down, by the way. Stop singing Edelweiss or Edelweiss. Five seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Brilliant, right, Charleston Step. So again, if you want to start, if you don't want to know which leg you're starting on, go back. So you know which one you're going back. So you're back, forward, kick, back, lunge. So it doesn't come back down to the ground in between. It just goes straight into the step.
2, 1. Exercise
Now let's
2.
go. So I put my arms into it. That keeps my heart rate beating nice and fast. And let's change legs. That's where things get complicated. Always throws everyone that, including me. I am doing an experiment at the moment with
3, 2,
beetroot juice.
change exercise.
I'll tell you about that in the next break we have. Right, high knees. I can talk about it now actually. So yeah, the beetroot juice experiment was something I found online, which is supposed to reduce blood pressure.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 3.
In both systolic and diastolic. So that's first number and second number, or top number and low number if you're American. And it's supposed to reduce inflammation and help in many different ways. So at the moment, all I'm doing is I'm actually got a blender. And I'm blending up a large beetroot, covering it with water, and then sieving it through muslin, and then drinking it. And I'll be drinking it in the next break.
3,
Yeah,
2,
full glass.
1.
It's not too
Change
bad.
exercise.
I don't mind it. Tastes a bit peaty, but there you go. Right, so back pedal rows. So I'd like to see how he does. I'm on day 3 of 7 days, just to see. It's only a
3,
small experiment.
2, 1.
Right, ready to
Exercise 4.
pull those rows back? Excellent. Try and keep the knees following the toes. Even if you've got a little bounce in it, try and let them follow the same direction. The question is, can you feel your core tight? Is it tightening? Do you feel as though when you twist, you can actually feel the muscles cording up
Change
underneath?
exercise.
And I know I must admit, when I've got a thick core, I can feel them cording when I twist, when I bend over. It's a great feeling. Right, IYWTA. Alphabet salad.
3,
Right, bending over.
1. Exercise 4.
IYWTA. IYWTA. That's it. Try not to rock too much, backwards and forwards, because you will want to go, especially with the momentum of the actual dumbbells. Sorry, I lost where I was there. So I'm going back to IYWTA.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent, good. Right, Frankensteins. I think I've got the beet reduced in a very fetching glass, well, cup. You won't be able to see the contents, unfortunately, sorry.
3, 2.
Right, so alternate leg to alternate arm, kick up. Try to keep that leg as straight as possible. Without being a dancer or having really good hamstring mobility, you won't be able to get a straight leg. Just try your best. So remember the regression is either hand or elbow. Hip Hulas.
Change exercise.
So I'm going to go that direction, that way. So from green to pink, green to pink. If I count with these, I always count from my bottom backwards. So backwards, sideways, front, side, back.
1. Exercise 7.
So I try and get nice long circles. As you can see, I'm going back. I'm not hyperextending my back, I'm just trying to get my bottom back as far as I can. I am actually rocking on my feet. I go back on my heels and then slide on my toes. That means that you can get a really big circle. You really are trying to work those core muscles just around the abdominals. But if you have bad knees, it means it could mean a little bit of impingement or pain there. So just do it until you're happy with the exercise and not in pain. Right, we're going to do the opposite direction, so I'm going to go that way this time. So that way. Alright. I wish I could remember to take hay fever tablets. Right, let's go the other direction. Nice and easy. Or you can go quick. Like a washing machine. I like nice, deliberate, slow movements for this. So then it makes sure that you really do get the nice crunch where you need to get it. Seven seconds.
3,
2, 1.
Change
Excellent. Right, banded obliques. I'm going to take mine a little step further out. So I like to grab hold of mine around about mid-thigh, mid-calf, sorry. And remember, just see what I did there, my bottom's actually pointing outwards.
1. Exercise 9.
So you basically deadlift down. Don't just hinge at the waist. Put an extra pressure on your spine, you don't want to be doing that. A lot of people, they do this in a very rhythmic way, like that. I tend to go down, stop, because that will actually stop the rocking sensation and also the what's it called? Momentum.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Brilliant. Right. Bent over. Good mornings. So up to the chest. Hold it up there, like you're trying to hold something up there. Bend over so your legs are slightly bent.
2, 1.
You'll be bending over,
Exercise
bottom out. Try and keep your chin up. Shoulder blades back and down if possible. That will keep your back nice and straight. You don't have to go below, parallel to the floor. Ten seconds.
3,
2, 1. Excellent. Right, water break. Or for me, beetroot break. So we're going to get it now. Go. Nice. Frozen mug. I'll just show you. So that's it there. Bottoms up. Lovely. Yeah. Right, Schuhplattler Squat in just over 40 seconds. So hopefully I might actually be able to report probably on Wednesday how this beetroot thing has gone. I'm not giving out much hopes actually because it's only a short experiment I thought I'd do it for. But you get an idea. Brilliant name, yes. Yeah, I like the first name. Remembering how to pronounce it properly is difficult. Right, are you ready for the Schuhplattler Squat?
3, 2,
And
exercise
let's go.
1.
So we just put a message up just before we start, so I'll have a quick look in a minute. Excellent, 15 seconds. Or for you lot, you're probably just starting. Five, 3,
2, 1. Change
excellent, good.
exercise.
Oh no, it's just beetroot juice. The drink's just beetroot juice, so it's just a beetroot. Old-fashioned beetroot.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Oh, Charleston Step. So step, kick, step, lunge. So yeah, a lot of people actually make their own. And what they do 4/5 beetroot, 1/5 apple, just to sweeten it up. Because people nowadays, oh, swap legs. Because people nowadays are so used to things being sweet. Because if you look at any packet in the supermarket, everything has sugar in
3, 2.
to make you want to buy more.
Change exercise.
Right, high knees. Also, it's a great thing to actually get your fibre up. My goodness. They always say
2, 1. Exercise 3.
that whatever you eat, whatever it looks like, it's good for. So that is red, and it's about the size of something in your chest. So what do you think it's good for then? Obviously your blood in your heart. So there you go. Can't fault science. Well, nature. So then people actually then ask, why don't fish look like brains?
3,
And it's a myth
2.
that they only have a 3-second
Change exercise.
memory, because I've watched the Mythbusters and they have quite a long memory actually. They could get trained. You could train goldfish. Right, back pedal rows.
Three, two, one.
Right, let's back pedal.
Exercise 4.
This is a good one to do with bands, like those tubular ones. If you can hook it underneath the door, as long as the door doesn't open in your direction, opens the opposite way. So if someone opens it, you don't get a piece of plastic in the mouth. It's almost like a ABC roll, which we do. Three.
2, 1.
Excellent, good. IYWTA. I've got to stop naming these things like that. I'm dyslexic. It's terrible. And I make them up, the names. Well, most of them. Right.
Exercise 5.
IYWTA. You'll be saying this in your sleep tonight. IYWTA. Why don't you? Oh, sorry, that's a BBC program from the 80s. IYWTA. Yep, no cowboys or builders at the moment in this house. Until I get the outfit on, that is. T. I think we'll call it. Just finish that one and we'll call it there.
Change exercise.
Frankensteins. Right, one thing I will actually have to say with the beetroot juice.
1. Exercise
Some people
6.
do find that it can actually work in their stomach slightly, a little bit in a bad way. Just be careful if you do take it. Do some research online first. The reason why I'm using proper beetroots instead of actually store-bought beetroot juice is apparently store-bought beetroot juice is nitrate depleted, and that's what you need for the blood based qualities in it, so that's got nitrates in it.
3, 2, 1.
Right!
Exercise.
Hip Hulas. In 5 seconds, hip Hulas. I'm going to go
3,
that direction
2,
this time.
1.
So I'll be working off this leg.
Exercise 7.
Excellent. Keep it going. Hope you got a sweat on. Now one of those spirographs you can do. You just grab hold of it and do the spirograph at the same time. Make those interesting patterns. Used to make them into cards and send them to relatives and friends.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
When, in the olden days, before computers, I used to love doing stuff like that. It's a shame that children don't tend to be more practical.
3.
Anyway, enough of the preaching, let's go to the other direction of the hip Hulas. Though I will preach about how good these are. They are. Again, a 1980s term, Fandabidozi. You know me, I'm stuck in the 80s. That's it, good. 14 seconds. Almost finished. Wow, we're almost all the way through it. Doesn't time fly when you actually just let your mouth run away with you?
1.
Right.
Change exercise.
Banded oblique crunches. So I'm going to do this slightly on a diagonal. So I tend to stand on one side there, so it's mid calf, and then stand on the other side, it's mid calf.
3, 2.
Some bands, cheap bands,
Exercise 9.
don't stretch as far, so you've got to be careful, especially about what you buy. Because buying the cheapest from Amazon tends not to be the greatest thing. The best bands I ever bought actually were from Poundland before they removed them because someone twanged themselves in the eye, complained, and then they removed them all just because someone was being an absolute idiot. Sorry, we got a snowflake society, I know.
3,
Try and buck it up.
1. Change
Show them how to do it
exercise.
we did it in the olden days. Right, so good mornings. Last exercise. So I'm going to do mine together, but I'm going to gather up more band to actually keep it nice and tight all the way through.
3,
You ready?
2, 1. Exercise 10.
Excellent. So doing it with your legs together is actually harder because your centre of balance, centre of gravity is actually, well, the size of your balance, your base, is smaller, so you are not as stable. And my mouth doesn't know what it's doing at the moment, so it's coming out as gibberish. Right. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You can twang the band down if you want. If I twang down, it'll hit the top of my foot. Right. So cool down. Not much of a cool down today because it's just been nice and easy cover. So we will be stretching the hamstrings, definitely, and the hips. And we'll do some rotational work as well. So feet. We're going to go feet wider than shoulder width. Knees slightly bent, we're going to bend over, try and touch our toes. Try and look down in front of you or a little bit further up to keep that back nice and straight, or as straight as possible. You will get a little bit of curvature, you can't help it. What we're going to do now is move our feet further inwards, together. Okay, hold it. 2, 1, a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Got 2 more times left yet before we close them together. If you're coming up off your toes, doesn't matter, just try and keep down. There we go, I'm together now. A good stretch like this is you can get down. If you can get down into a squat, put your hands underneath your toes and then try and straighten the legs. That's a really good hamstring stretch. Right, so that's a hamstring stretch done. Let's do your hips. Nice long lunge, clench your bottom, so put your pelvis into posterior tilt, so the top part of your pelvis is pointing backwards. Push forwards. 3, 2, 1. Now, I know I've said about the beet roots being looking like your heart or anything like that. Please don't ask me what the gooseberries are about, okay? Please don't. Hairy eyeballs. Three, 2, 1, and up. Excellent, good. Right, we're just going to twist from one side to the other. So you get one hand trying to touch the other glute, and the other arm trying to put behind. So you're twisting. You're just trying to stretch that oblique slightly. And swap sides. Two, 1. Right, we're going to reach over, but we're going to really try and stretch it over. Try and stretch over as far as you can, so you can feel it running from mid upper arm down to your waist. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. Two, one, back up. What we're going to do now is we're going to put our hands right where your kidneys are, just at the top of your hips, elbows together, push forward. So your tummy will stick out, doesn't matter. You should feel it really pulling over there. You can see my tummy sticking out, so it makes me look like I'm pregnant. Three, 2, 1, and that's it. Thank you very much everyone for coming. I hope you all had fun. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope it stays, actually it's gone nice and sunny again. I hope it stays like this for you. If you're not to be on this day and it's rainy, I hope it gets not as much rain. Right, so thank you very much. Have a good weekend. God bless and be well. Again, just for the people who want to actually support me, the link for the Just Giving page down below at the bottom of this slide. Please donate. If you've donated or don't want to donate, please consider sharing. Excellent. I like how people are enjoying the exercises. Good. And back number 4 is a favourite. Good.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Time's complete, and this is what I'm going to say. Bye for now. See you on Monday.